Time to yank Rudolph's chain and pick his nose to get the light going. This is a little bit more complicated than Santa Claus and Kris Kringle, so we'll be paying attention to blinking and mouth positions and hand positions. Got a lot going on here. But not so much that your basic 10-year-old can't keep up with a little supervision. To accomplish all this, we're going to need to keep track of more than a dozen pieces. And we're going to use a background which is made of construction paper rather than coloring in a coloring book. This is going to speed things up a little bit. We've taped the background down to the tabletop and are using tape loops to hold the deer in place as we do the animation on top of its face. The trickiest part here is pulling the cord out of Rudolph's nose and getting the snap of the nose as the cord is yanked to turn on the light. We're making a lot of use of the animation principle of anticipation and follow-through. The anticipation is the wind-up before the action, then the action happens, and then there's a follow-through. Also, pausing between actions is really important. It's one of the difficult things to keep track of in that you have to take pictures of nothing happening. So if there's a pause before a wind-up before an action, you're going to have to take 7 or 8 pictures just to get a half a second pause between 2 actions. So as we grab the light chain, we pause before we pull it, just about 7 or 8 pictures. Then we pull, moving the hand, the chain, and the nose all together as tension builds before the release, keeping the attachment of the nose in pretty much the same place as the nose tip dips down. At the same time, we're having fun with the eyes and the mouth to create tension with some squinting and some grinding of teeth or frowns. Got a barrage of about 10 pictures in there to make a nice pause before the let go. With the nose, we do what's called a vibrate pattern, like a diving board. A frame of the nose way up, then followed by a frame of the nose way down, followed by a frame of the nose kind of all the way back up and almost all the way back down, alternating each direction a little less each time so that we get a nice little springboard effect from the nose. Then we pop in the yellow nose to make it glow, and we also use a flashlight to make this thing pop. To help show the reindeer enjoying this phenomenon, we play around with some blinks and some mouth positions that provide a little bit more joy and interest on the part of the reindeer. We throw in 20 or 30 final frames for a nice hold there. Okay, let's do some voiceovers and some sound effects. Ho, 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 it's time to fly, Rudolph! Do a squishy sound in there. That is a wet nose, after all. Give the door closed. Just throw that in. Some kind of a glow sound would be. That might work. Now let's throw in some kids cheering here. We'll add that in. Okay, here's the world premiere. Ho, 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 it's time to fly, Rudolph! Remember to go over to animatingkids.com and sign in to get your downloadable PDF and have access to all the other animation kits for this Christmas. You can give us a gift by liking and subscribing and doing all the things on YouTube. Thanks again, and bon animate.